Welcome to our daily gospel. The gospel of today is taken from the book of Luke, chapter 6, verses 6 to 11. Now, on another Sabbath, he went into the synagogue and began to teach. And a man was present, and his right hand was withered. The scribes and the Pharisees were watching him to see if he could cure somebody on the Sabbath, hoping to find something to charge him with. But he knew their thoughts, and he said to the man with the withered hand, "Get up and stand out in the middle." And he came forward and stood there. Then Jesus said to them, "I put it to you, is it permitted on the Sabbath to do good or to do evil, to save life or to destroy it?" Then he looked around at them all and said to the man, "Stretch out your hand." He did so, and his hand was restored. But they were furious and began to discuss the best way of dealing with Jesus. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. So the Gospel of today, it's a very powerful passage here in Luke, especially when we are thinking about Sabbath, which was a special day, which mainly people could do anything. But Jesus was there, was teaching, and then suddenly a sick man with his hand withered, dry skin appeared, and then Jesus approached to cure him, to give him some relief. But some other people around actually, instead helping Jesus, or instead give him a support, or even look at the man and give the man support, they were just watching, and with that evil eyes looking at Jesus and thinking, what this man is going to do now. If he does something on Sabbath, that's it. We have something against him. We can bring him to the court. We can bring him to the governor, and then that's it. He's done. Our job is done. We have everything to accuse him of not following the law. But Jesus was wise, and Jesus knew that those men, that the Pharisees and the scribes were waiting for that moment. But he actually instead go there and do it. He just make a point. And in another word, his point was, he was asking to everyone in the synagogue, and he said, "Do you think is right to something good for someone on Sabbath, or do you think is right to do something bad or evil to someone? Do you prefer save a life on the Sabbath or destroy it?" And in that moment, Jesus asked the man, stand up and show your hands, and he was cured. Because of that wise words, the Pharisees and they couldn't actually think a wise way of discuss it, because, well, that question that Jesus brought to them touched their hearts in a sense of, okay, so if I can't do good things, why am I doing the bad thing? Why am I playing the bad guy here? And then they changed. And the last line here of this passage says, the best way of dealing, but they were furious and began to discuss the best way of dealing with Jesus, because they knew that they couldn't fight against Jesus because of that words. And the teach of this gospel today is to bring to our lives today is, what have you done? What are you doing to support others? Or you are just playing as the Pharisees here, watching far away and says, that's not going to work. No, he shouldn't do this way. Who are you in this play? You are the one that go and supports, even with your little knowledge, even with your small knowledge, even with your all weaknesses, or you are the one that is playing the opposite, who has weaknesses, but that uses your strengthness to help others, and not looking all the negative points. Which one you are playing at the moment? We know that when you talk about others or something that you see, it's very easy for us. The first instinct is just say bad things. Look, he's doing something wrong. But yourself, myself, have we tried to go there and change one small thing? Okay, I'm gonna give an example here. You're in school and you see someone presenting something, and you see that the way that they're presenting is wrong or is doing something wrong. The first instinct is to say, that's not gonna work. Or would you go there and say, do you need help? Do you want to find another way of doing it? So I think that's a big lesson for our life, for our daily life. And in this special day for our country, Brazil, which we celebrate the independence of our country, we ask the Lord to protect our country, protect our family, protect our leaders, and that our country can be much more open heart, and instead being a Pharisee, being Jesus. Thank you for watching, and see you next week.